All right. So as usual, I'm under the weather as these things go all the time, but um, go through it anyways. So for anyone watching the VOD, um, the title is pretty literal. I'm learning Svelte. This is my very first application with it, so it's not. This isn't going to be a session where um, I mean, if you're learning along with me, you'll learn some stuff. But if you already knew Svelte, then you're gonna be, yelling at me, and understandably, because this is my first project with it. So, just getting that out of the way first. Um, so, what is this app? This app is a I wanted to make a auction house app for Wrath of the Lich King Classic for World of Warcraft. I'm a massive fan. I play it all the time with friends, and something we sorely lack is out of game auction house resources. And while we use tools such as Nexus Hub, um, we feel like they can be expanded on a little bit more, and especially I, wanted to work on a project like it. So this is what that is. So as my desktop app for the server ATH. So I'm only starting with one server because um, I know that if I share this around, I won't have the bandwidth available from Blizzard's API to support multiple servers at a time. So right now I'm going with the server that we just recently swapped to, which is ATH. Previously it was Maladeth, but not anymore. So the plan, just as a breakdown, landing page, hero. So pull this up in Figma Editor. So pretty simple, just title with a number counting how many auctions there are in total. A popular item, very likely. So what just any item that I choose probably as a placeholder, and eventually it'll be swapped out for maybe whatever the most populated item is on the server. Um, just small description of how it's updated every hour, search bar, um, placeholder text, and just some stats, some really basic stats. So the great thing about the Blizzard API is that it's a REST API. So when I call the auction house data once, it'll get all auction house listings as JSON. So what I've done, and I'm not going to show it because, well, I could show it, but I won't show the ENVs. What I've done is I've gone ahead and created a server that's being hosted somewhere, and basically all it's doing is connecting to the OAuth to get client credentials, using my app ID and secret, uh, and along with that, I'm using Mongo as my primary item store because I know that what I want to have in this app is searching, of course, and displaying all items of a selected class, which is weapons, and subclass, which is any of these. And you're limited to 100 fetches a second, or 36,000 an hour, which is super generous, but potentially might not be enough when there's 6,000 daggers or something, or 8,000 swords in the game, or whatever. So I'm still deciding of whether or not I want to have all items or just the ones listed on the auction house at the given time. Um, but for now, I've set up a MongoDB platform that will that has. I suppose I could pull it up. That has 2,000 items in it at the moment, but there's like over 60 or 80 or 100,000 items. Um, and it's this one. So I go into item and all, so you can see I have 1.6K documents. I actually deleted 400 of them because they were quality of poor, the item quality. So if I go into the data and I show quality, poor items tend to either be ridiculously high selling because, um, you know, you can list the starting item that you get for however much money you want on the auction house. So, or they're not relevant enough for people to often purchase. And the ones that are relevant, such as, let's say, the Haunted Memento, it's a common item. So it's not, poor quality is just totally unnecessary and takes up more space. So I've got all these items. So if I just look at this one, so this one's a, just for the name, Neophyte's Boots. So it's just a starting gear item. But if I say go in really deep and I want to go like here, it's probably a green here. Quality. So here's an epic item. The green tower. This is probably a shield. So I currently have the skeleton of my application. So anyways, the point is that it's just mock data at the moment where I pulled 2,000 of the items to be able to work with them on the scale that I want to work with them. But I might not even get to that at this point because I haven't even mapped out how that page is going to look when you choose to select swords. What does the swords page looks like? Look like I've just made the selection for the category and the subcategory. So yeah, back to the homepage. So basic categories. These are what I would consider the most important categories. So weapons, armor, gems, trade, and then more will obviously lead into this page, the list or the grid. It'll start with the list, but you can choose grid. And that'll be things like consumables, misc. There's a bunch of, there's like 14 others that are 9 others that I can't really remember, but they're there. Like enchantments and stuff like that. So there's that. So random is just going to pull a random item from the auction house listing, and it's going to put it in here. It's going to be 9 of them just to show sort of like the querying power and how far I can push it, really. And again, this is all going to be done from one fetch, so it could get quite, it'll be quite a heavy load originally, but because it's the JSON data and because SvelteKit will output to the stuff as static content, it really shouldn't be that much of a load. So then there's most expensive, pretty self-explanatory. All I did was I just picked 2 weapons and an armor piece. This will probably change to weapon, armor, and I don't know, a gem or something. And then a really, really, really basic CTA and footer just to so you don't have to scroll all the way up. So that's the home page. So next is we'll do search. So imagine you've searched for a scepter. You'll get the scepter results. So rain color, Doris, and all these scepters along with whatever else. So you can see the results. And something I want to add, but I haven't yet, we'll see about it later, is a filters option for A to Z or item level, quality, type, and subtype, I guess. But yeah, really basic. Just search it up. So say you've searched up Bolt of Imbued Frostweave, and you've picked Bolt of Imbued, and you want to read about it. So this is the original page you'll get. So just the icon, the name of the item, the quality of it, and what category or class it's in. A wowhead link to the item itself, the ability to view market stats. I'll explain that in a moment. And then the quantity of the items. So then the table of the items. So these are all of the listings on the auction house. So this, say this first listing, it'll start out by being sorted by price. So price per item. So what I'll end up having to do is actually break what the auction house API comes with is the total cost of the total price of what it would be. So in this case, it would be the stack. So the stack is 104 gold. So what I'll have to do is break it. I'll have to divide the stack by the amount of items, and that's how much it costs per item, and then it'll sort by um, item buyout. So this has got 5 bolts of imbued frostweave in it, and it's got each one costs 20 gold and 88 silver. There's 9 postings by it, so this could be by anybody. And the thing with the auction house API is that it doesn't tell who posted it, which is totally fine. It's you're not really gonna care about somebody whose username you'll see once and never again after you purchase your 5 bolts of imbued frostweave. But there's 9 posts, so you could potentially buy 45 of them at this price. So there's that, and the time left is how much time the auction listing is left. So really basic. Of course, you'll be able to scroll depending on how many listings there are, and if there are no listings, I haven't actually made how that'll look yet. So come back to that eventually. So if you click view market stats, you get some really basic stuff powered by TSM, and TSM is Trade Skill Master. And Trade Skill Master has in-depth data on price listings, historical value, its market value, current market value, how many items in total are listed, but I can manage that one myself. And the thing with TSM, though, it's got other stuff too, like average regional daily, like how many are sold, the average regional cost for that server, but it's got a hard cap to its queries, and it's 500 a day. So if I choose when I choose to spread this around on like Reddit and stuff, if it picks up a good amount of users, and I have this fetch every time somebody looks up an item automatically, like I'm gonna use this every time I want to see the price of something. So I mean, like I could potentially be using this 30, 40 times a day myself, and then I have 2 other friends who are consistently playing as well, or 3, and if they use the same amount as I do, that's 250 just consumed by 4 people every time, potentially every day. So my way around it is you have to want to view the data. So if you want to view it, I want to give you the option to, but it won't be loaded right away. You'll have to load it yourself. And generally, this is sort of secondary info to a lot of people. If they, mostly they just want to see how much the items cost, what the cheapest is, and what other options they have. And then so just quickly going over to the categories. Pretty simple. All it is just a list. Choose a list or a grid. The little bubbles are how many pages there are. So it'll be, in terms of the list, there'll be 5 per page. In this case, weapons is being hovered over. Each of them just have their own background image. And with weapons, you can see that it's lit up. And I think it's less of a blur, but it's certainly lit up. And when you hover over, you'll get all the subclasses for weapons. So you have swords, axes, maces, daggers, all this stuff. And then the arrows to indicate left or right. And then the grid, I'm not really sure how I want to do this yet. Originally, I just made this in mind so that if you clicked it, it would take you to a new page of all the subcategories. But I don't want to do that now because it's a lot of navigating. So now I'm trying to come up with some ideas of how to display the subclasses in a way that would not have to have you leave this page, but also make sense. So currently, it's just pushing down what's below it and pulling up the list of subclasses. So really basic stuff. So that's pretty much the rundown of what I want to be working with. I think this is my MVP. I think that all of this is sort of necessary data, and this is what, if I ended the project with these pages done, I would be considerably happy because it's a functional auction house application that uses plenty of APIs and a lot of my sort of things that I really like, and I'm combining 2 of my best hobbies, which is video gaming and code. So yeah, I'll just jump into it now. So drag this over here, pull up this. Okay, and I don't need the server at the moment. So, starting with the first page. So I've actually done a lot of the logic already. I sort of got impatient of wanting to just work on it throughout the past week. So, items is just gets server side items of the. This is just was an example page, so I probably won't be touching this today. But everything else, I've got my auctions, so this page generally has nothing on it. But the slug maybe I should just start with the home page. The home page, all it has is a search bar. So it's input a search. On a key down, it checks if the key is enter, and if it is, it goes to search with the query of whatever was bound to the input. Very similar to view, which is very nice. So that's it for the home page, and obviously I want to turn it into the whole thing that I showed earlier. With search, pretty simple. So because this is I'm doing it on my own. Oh, did I knocked out my server? Or I knocked out my local. Okay, so say I searched here. The thing with this is that because it's my server, I'm using it on a free service, which means it's going to be slow when it's loading up. So I'm going to need a loading page. And I have done that for loading a specific item, as in I've put the word loading in when the data is loading, and that's about it. But yeah, so I'll need the ability to know that you're actually loading the data. Currently, it's still heating up. I go back and I research here. And it's not returning anything. There it is. Okay, so that took quite a bit longer than expected. So Sarah is just because it found an item that didn't have an icon or something, or I think there was too many loads within the second that I requested, so it loads the item in the next second, in the next fetch call. So yeah, so that's just searching tiers. And so the plan is to obviously convert it to allowed to be able to see like what these items are. So if I just inspect this, so this was just me messing with, because every time you subscribe, something loaded in. Okay. So yeah, I'm still learning Svelte, so I don't actually know. Or I could have queried after the subscription, but I did it within the subscription. So every time that a new item gets pushed to the filtered results, it re-console logs it. So not good, but obviously that won't be in. This was just for me to see. So yeah, so the current issue 2 though. Actually, no, it's not, because I fixed it. Originally, I had loaded media within here as well, but it gets it with the search result, so that's sorted. Anyways, so if I look at, so I know that Arthas Tears is it's an herb, so it's used for professions, crafting. So if I go into it, I know that this is an herb, but this is sort of the info that I get. So I get the ID of the item, the inventory type, so it's not equipable. Comes with different languages for the name. Is equipable is false, stackable is true. I get the item class, so the ID of the item class and the name, which is trade goods. I also get the item subclass. In this case, it's herb. It's level, so that's item level. So for those who played World of Warcraft, I mean, it's just an indicator of potentially the higher rarity of the item the further you progress in the game. Max count, I'm not actually sure what that is. I think that's if there's a number set, that's how many can be stacked, maybe. How many you can have in an inventory, I think, at a time. Media, so this is me adding this in. This is in a different function. The name, of course, artist tiers. The purchase price, so 380 is 3 silver, 80 copper. The quality is common, the required level is 0, and the sell price is 95, which is 95 copper. So that's all the information that I get. So it makes it really easy when I do the search, when I stuff. So I select it. Of course, you have the loading. Sirens tier, and there are currently seemingly no listings. Now that just seems inaccurate. So let's actually look at Arthas's tiers. Yeah, so I think this is my thing breaking. Yes, so data auctions is undefined. So this is because I've switched servers. So originally it was all set up for Maladeth, which is a different connected realm, but I've switched it over to Atiesh. So the auction is going to be different. So if I just pull up the game data API, and I go to I look for auction house API and I go to auction house index. Connected realms 4372 4372 4732. I think it's because I just put the number in wrong. Or not. 4372. Its auction house ID is 2. There it is. Okay. So there's just a crazy amount of listings for this tier. So you can see, so I've already converted the results. So within the slug, so I'll just look at that really quick. So here's all my logic. So it gets a slug from the page parameter. So this is the slug. Filtered auctions is just a predefined array, and found item is an object. Pulling in on mount all of the necessary functions and strings from the get token Svelte page. Basically just my functions page pretty much at this point. And on mount, I'm getting server side props, which is a called function from get token that needs to provide a token. So after it's gotten, I subscribe to the token, which is updated in the get token section, subscribes to it, and once the token is applied, it runs get item and get auctions. So get item and get auctions are both within get token. So get auctions right here fetches the API with my access token, and then it gives the response for all of the info, and then parses it and filters out repeating IDs. So simple. So then get item is getting this info. So when if I go to my console log, it's getting all the info from the search page as well. The similar info from the search page, sorry. So trade goods, it's an herb, it's got the name, quality, all that stuff again. And it's just putting it within an object. Simple. So once it gets the item, it's just checking it and setting the found item object in here, so I can use it within the scope of this project or this page. And every time the auctions are grabbed, it updates it and updates the price of the item. So it's just logging it. It's see that here's the log of how many items there are. There's 153. So I actually went over the amount of listings, the fetch call, because I didn't, because this is only one fetch. It's only fetching this one time. So even though there's 153 items, it only fetched it the one time. So that's really nice. You can see all the listings. So these are all the 153 listings. So if I check the top one, it'll be $75.99 with the buyout of $79.98. So it's 7 gold, 99 silver, 98 copper. And I'll show an example of Siren's Tear because it's over 100 gold, so you can see the sort of math behind it. The ID of is the listing. So the ID is the listing of the auction listed up. So this is the 152 millionth listing, or maybe even more than that for this server. Buyout parsed is what I've done here. So just float it and set the parse as whatever the result is. Time left is very long, so great stuff. All this sort of info. Right there, I can't be happier with the Blizzard API than I am. And they've also got some great other sort of hidden resources that they don't really talk about, like the filters that you can apply within the REST API and stuff. So certainly we'll be using that in the future. So of course you get the object ID, and that's not exactly necessary because we've already got it, but it's actually just relating to the listings. So yeah, so if I then decide I want to go back, I want to look at my tier. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna need to find a way to call this only once. Because it's grabbing a list. What's happening is it's actually for each of the items, it's putting the media icon on. So I'll explain that in a moment. But say I want to go to Siren's Tear because I know it's expensive. So here it is, 180 gold for the minimum listing. So I'll just clear out this stuff so we can actually see it. So the first listing, the buyout is 180,000, so it's 180 gold. But if you see like this 197,996, so it's 197, that's gold, 99 silver because it only can go up to 100, or so I can go up to 99 and then it resets at 0, and then same thing for copper. So pretty simple. Now, just quickly with the get media and why I'm constantly getting this error is what's happening is, so I'm fetching the search results. So if I go to the search, it's the wrong page. So search page. So same thing, getting the token and everything necessary. The query, so the result from the input when it goes to this page. So in this case, it's tier. Filter results, on mount server side props. Okay, then it gets search results. So what's happening with search results is it's doing the same query, so on a different API route, it's just looking through static items with the same access token. Then when it gets them, it filters through and hides the items called test and test because they have those in their database still. So once it gets the item, the results, it then gets each of these items. So in this case, there's 100 and something of them. Yeah, see, so there's tons of the fetches past to load, but it just constantly loading because I went over. There's 36 of them. So with 36 items, it's getting the one fetch for all of them, but then it's doing the icon for each of them, because the way that this is received is it actually receives the link to the API for the icon, and then the API link then links to the actual icon. So it's using up 2 calls kind of for each one. Actually, it's only 1 because it's 36. But what happens is when I get the items, So my one call to get all of these, I then go into for each of them, and for each item, in which case there's 34, it runs get searched media. So it's running this 34 times here. It then updates the search results to give each of the items its icon, and that's how it's showing up here. So that's the breakdown of where I'm at the moment, with some future optimizations that could clearly be ran. Here's get media, item.update for running the assets, looking for the asset and replacing it with the actual image. So anyways, now that that's all explained, I'm going to start on the design for the homepage. So let's start here. So let's start with a section with the class of hero, and in here will be h1 explore. So here's where I'm going to want the placeholder info, or the item info, the how many listings there are, how many auction listings there are. But in this case, for now, I'll just put a number, replace 10K with real data later. And I'll do listings on Atiesh. And then I want a subtitle, and I'll just copy and paste my document. Did it every hour, really discover every listing on the server. And then I'll move the search. So effectively, without the card, this is what I've got. So now I'm actually just going to look up Svelte components, because I actually don't know how I would import a component. Componentizing, all right. Eventually, we want to split up or have it to the following components. Begin by creating filter button. So this is these, I suppose. Yep. Create filter prop. Click the relevant markup. Okay, so you make a components folder, presumably in SRC. I would guess. And say, so I want card. Svelte. Okay. And I'll just use mock data for now. I just want to be able to display the card. So this would be a div class of card. Inside is an image. Just set it to this. Image of item icon. Okay, and then in the card there's stats. So in the stats there is there's listings, minimum price of gold and maximum price of gold. And then a view all listings button. Okay, so card info. Oops, card stats. And then in here, there's span card listings. Actually, you know what? I could just do this. I could do this as the UL. Class card underscore listing. Then span class card underscore number. So in this case, we'll say 46 listings. Copy this down. This one is min max number 6G. Actually, I'll call this card gold. 300G in X. Okay. Here is already announced him. Oh, whatever. Okay, and then there is a button for view all listings. href. View all listings. Class card score. Okay, so there's my card component. So I want to import it in. Import from Svelte. Back in our to-dos. Make our filter component. First, we need to import it and add the following line at the top. So import card from components card. So then let's say that I just want to add it. This is all one thing. So div hero underscore text, and beside it is card. So it would be card class hero card. Here, save. There it is. And I assume that it applies the class retroactively. No, it does not. Okay. So say I want to push the data through, then I would assume that it's very similar to view, where say I want card.min gold. And I'll add the G on the end. Card.max gold G. Card.listings. And then href would be, I'll just leave the href because that's it needs to be the item ID, so I'll just hold on to that for now. So of course, I can say consider adding script tag with export like card. Sharing data. Script of our filter button component should end up looking like this. And when we call filter button introduce, we need to specify the. Okay, so I do export let card equals. Then I would do card equals card. And in here, say I want export that card. This thing's min max. 46. Perfect. I do 6 gold. Perfect. And 300 gold. Great. Of course, add spaces here. Fantastic. Very simple stuff. Very. I'm confused as to why this is necessary. Is this actually necessary? Yes, it is. Okay. So I guess what's happening is it's. I don't know, to be honest. That's all right though. So what'll happen is I'll then just form an item based on just something that I choose eventually. So okay, cool. Great. So that's the hero done. And what no, it's not. Sorry, there's actually more. So below this stuff, so in fact, what I'll do is group these two. Dot hero score splash, I guess. And then this gets hero underscore info. So, this will have, this will actually be a section, and inside will be a UL. Hero underscore data, I guess. LI. So this first one is hero underscore items, and this would be, so let's just start with 2000k plus span. Oops, this would be a span, much like the card. Yep. So plus, and actually this would be inside. And then items is below it, but what I'll do is I'll oops, yeah, that's right. Hero underscore no, that does, yeah, that does need a class. I don't, yeah, no, I should have this as a section. So this would be hero underscore, I actually don't even need this. Hero info will be this. Or actually, sorry, hero data will be this. Hero info will be this. So that's one. So I need cheapest, most expensive, and explore below. And explore below will just be a button. So instead of items, this will be hero cheapest, expensive, and I need short time left too. Time left. Okay, so short time left. Most expensive. Cheapest. And with cheapest and most expensive, I need another span for the gold and the copper because they're hero copper. And let's say I set this as 20, but I'll actually set this 30C. And the most expensive is 16,000. And then inside span G class gold. Now the reason I do this is because they're colored. So effective, what I could do is do an after, but I see this as after, but I don't want to do that. And then I need explore below, which will be a button. Explore below. And that'll be an on click. Hero explore. Hero button. All right, fantastic. I need to change that. So there's, I put 3, 2, 6, 4. Okay, so that's my first, that's the hero section done. So next is categories. Now it actually should be probably home underscore hero. Home underscore category. And we'll do that. Okay. And then again, so this will have an H2 categories. And so I have an icon of a arrow. I don't know if I want that to be the actual image or if I want it to be if I want it to be a after CSS. So for now I'll just hold off on it. So in here, and you know what? I should actually componentize these two because I'll be reusing the visuals for the grid, I think. The same thing. Yeah, that will be. Okay. So will I? No, I won't actually because these have a different tint. I will do this. I'll componentize. No, I won't because that's going to be a totally different setup. Sorry. Okay, so UL class underscore category list li class home category, and in here will be an a tag, which is, just leave it as slash for now, and this one will be weapons, armor, gems, trade more, armor, trade, gems, more. So it's the other way around. It's gems first. Okay, that's that. And then random. So this one, I will componentize because there's 9 of them. I'll do an each listing. So section is home underscore random. H2 random. UL. And then, okay, so I have done this before. So it's each random items as item. And then we'll just do this for now. But there's going to be I want to random item is item. Okay. Can I then just actually do import card random item from components? Does this actually work? So if I do random item dot svelte, getting internal server. So my guess is that this doesn't work. Fail to load. Does this file exist? Svelte import multiple components. Named exports. Not really what I'm looking for. No. Okay. And I'm gonna guess that I can't do this. Okay, that's fine. So we'll import random item. And export random items. So for now, I'll do just the same thing over and over again because that's what I have in my document, but eventually it'll get replaced. So what I want is the name of the item. So probably an ID of the item. We'll start with one. Name Titan Steel Spellblade. Price will be 14989979. And icon will be static link that I choose to grab. I don't know, what was that? Is this an icon that's useful for me? Nope. Of course not. That's okay. I can load up one from item media. Let's go ahead and use the search for Titan Steel. So I can get the icon. It'll get there. There it is. Titan Steel Spellblade. This one. 45,085. God, this is so cheap. We were on a previous server on Maladath. I paid 1,500 for this. Ridiculous cost. Okay, so I'll just grab the render value image. Make sure this is the right one. Yes, it is. Okay. So just for now, I'll be using this. That's my random icon. Okay, and then there was 9 of them. So what'll eventually happen later on is I will be replacing this with random items pulled from the auction house when I grab it, and then I'll be applying the icon in its own function. And likewise, the card will be a random. You know what? I'll probably actually leave it as a static thing for the card. But for now, I need 9 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's just set these to 7 each. Okay, so the each is set up. Random item. So random item is going to look like an LI. Yep, it's gonna be an LI. And inside will be, yeah, actually, you know what? I will wrap it all in this first. And let's script export let item. So search is not actually this. It would be the. I don't want it to even be the search. I want it to be the item itself. I just pull this up in a different tab. So my link is auctions / item.id. And in fact, what I should do is I should use the real ID for these items, so I know that this actually works. And that's actually, I should do this. I should set it as item ID. So at least I still have a unique identifier. Okay, save that. And so the way that it's set up is that icon and then div class random underscore info name, so h3 will be item.name and then span class random price, and we'll do random item or item dot parsed. Okay. So let parse. Actually, I don't even need to do this because I already have it. Token? No. Auction slug. This. Let's just take this. To bring these back. Item dot parsed price. Hold then item dot price. Item price. Price. Item. All right. Let's see if this works. Oops. Fantastic. Okay. That's beautiful. So icon separate from the info, the class. I should do this as random item. Perfect. So something I'm going to take with this approach for this project is I'm actually going to scope all the CSS2 and do all the queries with inside here. And I know that it's probably bad practice, but I'm constantly used to doing it with all within, like, I'll modularize my SAS data and then put all my queries into one file. But I kind of want to try it out as super scoped, like super segmented stuff, because then it should be easier for me to track what I want to change at some point. So great, now that that's loaded in, we'll do most expensive. So again, I'm just going to do the mock data for these. So if I go back to the page, that is random items, and if I click it, it's still set up to the ID, not the item ID. Perfect. Awesome. But something I will do is I will put my CSS reset, of course, on the original page, or on the layout. Sorry, that's cross page. Okay, so most expensive is next. So let's close these, and I can actually reuse the card data I think it'll just it's a different looking card then. Like they're two. Whoops, that's the wrong one. They're two completely different looking cards. No, I think I will do the same card just so it's less effort on me. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, so I want expensive items as a export. Let expensive items equal that. And then same thing. So I will again just use the same mock data. 3 of them this time. As unused export. Yep. Okay. So section. You know what? I can literally just copy this down. Underscore expensive. Most expensive. Each expensive items. This item. Card equals item. Now the card data actually should be changed. So item is item. Yes. So I'll need to update the card. So this will be. I should do item D is just this 45. Name. Listings, min gold, max gold. ID, item ID, name. So listings. We'll say it's like 3. And gold is, we'll say, because it's an expensive item, it's like oops, 1600. X gold. It's like I'll say like 28,000. Well, this should be like 60. You know what? No, it'll be like we'll say like 48. 17. Is this? And then icon. I'll just leave it as the same icon for now. Just copy this down. Random data. Listings 3. We'll change these to know that they actually worked. Name. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, most expensive item icon. Now is that's because yes, okay. So 3, 6, and 4. Perfect. And view all listings is on there too. Great. So I know that works. So what I will do really quick though is I will add the icon here, and I will in my card component update the src to be card.icon. Great. Item icon for item or card.name. and item icon for public. Okay, cool. So now that I know that that all works, fantastic. I want to add in my input again. This last time, this goes in its own section, class home CTA. Oops. Continue exploring and put the input in. And just to make sure that this works, fantastic, works beautifully. And I will leave out the footer because I genuinely don't care. I just put it in because I know I should. No navigation just yet, but I will do that after. Actually, I should do it now because it's a different nav than. You know what? No, it won't be a different nav. I'm just gonna have 3 search boxes on the home page. So I want my navigation dot svelte. Okay, so the header, the class of header, nav, class of header, nav, the same search bar. Let's be pushed further back. So. And let's grab the search query. Grab this. Okay, and then I need the actual should search input be in nav tag. Section page that links to other pages or parts within the page. Section of navigation, not our groups need to be a nav element. The element is primarily intended for sections that consist of major navigational blocks. In particular, it is common for footers to have a short list of links. Pages sites such as term of service. While nav element can be used in such cases usually unnecessary. User agents such as screen readers. Targeted users can benefit from navigation being omitted in the initial rendering. Should be used for main navigation items on the site, not just all navigation items. It also doesn't need to contain a URL. Most of the time it does, since it contains a list of search. Is the main navigation method of your site, then by all means put in the nav. This will be the main navigation search. Okay, so it can go in there. All right, cool. So we'll do URL class header score list class header score item header link. So this will go to categories. And I want a homepage one too. I think I will omit the info page for now. I save and then I go ahead and I go into the regular page. Not this one. I want it. I guess I should put it in the app.html then. But I can't. Svelte component on all pages. Svelte navigation component. App.svelte. Svelte, maybe Svelte kit would probably be better. Modules. Browser spelling. App environment. Building dev. This doesn't really help. Yeah, not particularly useful. Layout. So this is the primary page, routes. That's index. So how could I add a component to, could I just change this to app.svelte? This work? No. Svelte kit app.svelte. Structure. Routing, page options. My project is clib server lib primes routes app static assets. Library code could be imported via the lib alias. So that's probably where I should have this get token, but oh well. Page template and HTML document containing the following placeholder. How would I? So what if I did this? So I take this, say app.html. I always forget every single time. Does header go in body? The main header or logo for the web page, but the header element is inside sections, so it goes here. Okay, so now my guess is that this isn't going to work. Okay, so search bar is in, but say I then search Spellblade. Yeah, that's about what I expected to happen. Okay. Let's do Svelte kit add component to app.html. Svelte. Sub props. Wait, what? Contain the script in the logic component script. Script in Java TS. Oops. I mean, worst comes, I can probably just do this. Actually, it's okay. I sort of don't. I'll just import it into each page. It feels kind of bad to do it, but for navigation. That'll be at the top now. Yeah, that feels kind of bad. I really don't want to do that for every page, but I don't see a better way at the moment. Okay, so that's on my search page. So if I go search tier, nothing happens. My app is like crashing. Go to is the I don't know what just happened here. Go to. There we go. Great. Okay, so now I need to this for the other pages. The only thing that's going to be in here is the navigation component, but that's okay. Auction bug. Then navigation. Check indoor moves. Huh? Oh. Huh? Put a slash. Ordnance. Well. Filter resolve imports component. There's no way it's another dot slash. It is, in fact, another dot slash. There has to be a better way than that. That's disgusting looking. Oh, I really genuinely don't like how that looks. I wish I could just. I mean, I can do it regular JavaScript, but I don't really want to do that. Okay. Well, now that that's in, that's great. So I'll do one more page, I think. So in this case, I will do. You know what? I will do the auction page. I go and do artist here. So, slug. This one. Not this one. The other one. So I don't need this page at all. because there won't be the option to actually view it, to select the auctions from that page. So, close everything else. Okay, so what am I looking to do here? So I'm looking to create a table of data. Both of imbued frostweave, market value. Okay, so let's start here. Found item name. So let's start with section class auction underscore item. Okay, so oops, this is auction. No, actually, that's fine. So I want the image to be first. Oops. So I want this to be first. And then I want this name. And I also actually want to item auction name. Or yeah, no. Auction underscore. It's gonna be the name and the on the quality in the trade goods. So auction underscore stats info. Yeah. Okay, so there's the name. And I also want a div class. Actually, this can just be a spin. No. Okay, this will be a div, and inside will be two H2s. One will be found item dot, and I want it to be found item underscore class, or item underscore quality name, or item dot found item quality name, found item quality name. Start there. All right, good stuff. Found item dot quality. Start there. It's undefined. Object. Found item quality. It should be just name. Maybe 0? No? Undefined. Dot name. Should work. It does not. Why doesn't it work? Found item dot quality dot name. It shows up as common, but then it doesn't work here. Find item quality is undefined. Does it? Am I seriously gonna need like this if for all of them? Quality.name. If found item. Ah, this is gonna suck. Okay, let's do this. If we'll do it's so strange that this isn't just retroactive. Because that doesn't work because it's not applied just yet. Okay, we'll do this. If found item as a wrapper on everything. Found item. Take this out. It's a current error. Cannot find property media. Why is this getting affected? And then it was else. Let's try this for now. I already. How am I messing this up? Ah, it's a semicolon or a colon. Loading image. Okay. Okay. Great. All right. And then let's do a span. That's literally just a slash. An h2 found item dot item found item dot item underscore class dot name. Great. Okay, now I need the else block. So else loading item. That's probably fine. Great. You know what? I could honestly just wrap all of this in one found items thing and just base it off of the name. I shouldn't though. I should actually just keep this separate. Um. Okay, so auction underscore class, all that. Actually, uh, e- uh, so this needs to be pushed in. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. And I'll do this. You know what? This, uh, no. Class auction underscore quality. Auction class name. And then actually, this will be class, and this will be. I'll just call it data. That's all right. Okay, so I'm gonna leave market stats up for now. And we'll start with here. So I'm really bad at HTML tables. I'm genuinely terrible. So let's start here. So I want quantity, buyout, item, buyout stack, posts, time left. Means we're gonna need to do some more manipulating here. So we'll change this to buyout stack. To stack. Start there, make sure that it's still working. Fantastic. And we'll wrap. Well, I won't wrap it yet because I need to do the table data. Okay, so table. T head. Sure, obviously. And in T head, I want tr table row. So I want quantity first. I want buyout item. I want buyout stack. Posts. And time left. Let's start there. Quantity, buyout, item, buyout stack, posts, time left. Yeah, there's my T head. TD stands for table data. Content of the table. Okay. So then I want T body. Yeah, we'll go with that because there's no way that I'll be doing it. Okay. Yeah. So now the only issue is now I need to mess with the filtered auctions. So, currently it's being sorted by buyout. But let's do this. if I want to make sure that if the buyout item is this, maybe I don't want to sort by posts. Okay. If let's see. If there are multiple items with the same buyout price, lump them together. Okay, let's see what happens here. Just close the page. Got a huge error. If auction up buyout equals filtered auctions, auction ID. And 12. Or line 36. Yeah. Filtered auctions. Let's start here. Okay, so it's the if statement that's wrong. So if auction buyout equals filtered auctions, auction ID +1 dot buy. Okay, let's move this up one. We'll try that. We'll see what this does. Because there's no way that I'm going to be able to figure this out in a timely manner. Unexpected token. Fair. Oh. Okay, so this is not doing it right. I'm interested though because this posts is somehow getting it's getting the same number as quantity. I see. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Filtered auctions plus equals filter auctions by +1. How is this an error again? It matched 32 times. Donate. Okay, I see that there are 3 listings here for 199 7,500. So let's start with the console.log auction.buyout. So I'll log every buyout price. So I see in my console log that there are 5 listings of 199,998. So if auction.buyout, let's just start here. 199,998. Console.log. There are this isn't gonna work, but we'll see. So it should show up as there are 5 there are 5 of these, but that's definitely not gonna work. Did I mess up? I messed up. I missed a 9. Oh, it does do these. Okay, so if auction up by it, so there are log how many auctions are this. That doesn't help. JS group items in array based on value. Get all auctions that have the same price. Push them into separate. So, sure. Okay. See if it can do this. You can do this, Copilot. I believe in you. You can do it. Stop giving me a stupid comment. It's not. Oh. Let's try this one. Accept this solution. Let's see what happens. Oops. We'll just save this and see what comes out the other end. Yeah. Okay. For each, if buyout includes auction up buyout return. Else. Huh? Okay, let's for each if buyout rate includes auction buyout rate for each. Well, this isn't gonna work. let's start here. Let's get all uniquely priced auctions. Auctions index equals self-defined. No. Test auction. Hmm. 2, 3, 4. $80. So that's 186 is one of them. No, it's not. 196. Okay, this line 14. Let's look test. Okay, that is working. That's line 42. Okay, so I have all unique auctions here. Okay. Find the amount of auctions the same price. Now, this is not going to work. Hmm. Filter. Auction. Quantity is not a thing. This. Auction.quantity equals future. So if I look in my array from line 47, so buy it is 18. Ah, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's see if this works. One cut promise. So count is still 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. 4, 5, 6. They're all listed as 1. I look through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quantity 1. Okay. So I can group them by post. You know what? It's really a lot of effort for not like that much gain, to be honest. So I think I'm just gonna revert back to what I originally had here and cut out post as an option. So let's start there. Quantity, buyout, item, stack, time left. Because the thing is if I do it by post, then it's really hard to it's really hard to filter then or sort. Hmm. Yeah, I'll just leave out posts for now. Maybe I'll come back to it eventually. Okay. So next I want the table data. Um, and it's as simple as just adding this in. Okay, quantity 2 listed. Okay, so now what I want to do is break up the buyout stack. So what I'll do is let's parse. So auction dot buyout item equals it would be auction dot buyout divided by the quantity, and then auction dot buyout item parsed is equal to is this right? Ah, I see. Mm-hmm. This sucks to have to do this, but I suppose essentially the best way to do it. But it's not the best way to do it. There's a better way to do it for sure. I'm just not thinking of potential best way to do it. So if I pull up artist tees, just as an example, when I pick up 1, the first one, people just listing in list of 5. So let's look for quantity 5. Probably in the hundreds somewhere. quantity 5. Bio item parsed is 1 is 15 gold. Does that make sense? It's so the buyout is 770405. 77 gold, 5, 4 silver, 5 copper. 1535 60. Yep, that's. Yep, makes sense. Okay. So now that that's parsed as a stack, so the way I would want it now is buyout item would be buyout item parsed, buyout stack is buyout stack parsed. This is weird. Why did this happen? With 2, 150, 48. Huh. As there's in drift fractions runs math floor runs down. Why is it? Yeah, this doesn't. That wasn't gonna work. 1999, 92. Eight 16, 20, 30, 40. 60, 100. Something seems really wrong here. 39 and then 5 by 5. Yeah, that's what I figured. Uh, $15,401. So 15 gold, 40 silver, 81 copper. Yeah, okay. That's just straight up wrong, but like gold stack, silver stack, copper stack. Gold is not defined. $35. Oh. Now it's. Why is this happening? How did this even happen? Okay. This is a really, really, really bad way to do it, but okay. Hmm. Yeah, let's just do that. Well, I should actually do a switch statement. Okay, there. All right. Then I don't need this. Um, should be fine. So now if I grab an item that I know for sure can't be listed, let's say it's Tear of Grief, I think can't be listed. Yeah, so it'll say no action spent. Uh, but now that the problem is that if it's loading, unmount, then Hmm. Can I get length? Where is it trying to get length? And 105. Not. Why does it think it's still looking for a length? Oops. Okay. If I go back in Arthas 2s, why does it say no auction spin? I put it here. There we go. After the switch statement. Okay. What else am I missing? Class. Quality dash dash. Okay. All right. So quantity bio item, but stack time left. I'm missing posts, but that'll be an addition for a different time because that's gonna take a lot of time for me to sort of figure out how to get that to work along with the sorting. Um, but there's that. And I'll leave out market stats for now, I think. Oh, I need the view on Wowhead link too. And that goes under the image. A https://wowhead.com/ wowhead. Let's do Arthas Tears. Wowhead.com/ the Lich King. Yep. /WTLK/ item equals found item.id, and it's due on Wowhead. I want target blank. Okay, so if I click, there it is. Fantastic. Okay. Well, that's a lot of info done. Basically all that's left in terms of skeleton is, or the key pages at least, is the search page. Which I could probably do right now. I go back, I search T. Actually, I'll search Scepter. Or I won't search Scepter. There it is. It's not updating. Huh. Okay. That's a bit of a problem. Just push to direct. Svelte. Okay, reload route with query. Perfect. And then not perfect. Clear it. Now, do I even need to reload if it's clearing it? Yes, I do. Hmm. Exchange. Hmm. There. Okay. Well, it's working. Strange that there's no 720, but all right. Well, that's a lot of just kind of general messiness. Because I'm really not sure what I'm doing. Mostly because I wish I could, like, it would be totally different if I knew how to put the component on just a general page, but on a layout. But I don't know. That's a thing I can do. Um, how's this gonna work? Oh wait, this isn't gonna work properly if I'm like this though. That does work. If you're because it's the includes. Then if I did and steal, right? All right, it does work. Okay, good enough. It's a pretty bad way to do it, but it'll work. I mean, generally, people won't be searching when they're already on a page, like when they're on the search page like this. Um, but it's still good to have the option. Okay, I'm spent. I need to eat and do a couple other things. So, great that all this is sort of loading. It takes a little bit to load the item, but quantity, buyout stack, long, very long, short. It's epic, and it's an armor piece. Right, and then if I pull up the Big Titan Steel bars, you can see that it's a lot of just one ofs. Um, I should really quickly sort this by item buyout. Three, 5, 7, 70, 74, 5. Yep, that works. Oh, yeah, that actually does genuinely work. Yep. It's just that a lot of the listings, um, why is that happening again? What is happening? Okay, so then if I grab one that for sure can't be listed. Hmm. Interesting. Um. Yeah, the only thing I can really think of is like this, but this doesn't work. Very confused. Why isn't this loading? Oh. Um. Uh, hmm? I don't understand. This was a problem before, too. I don't read the length. But there's no length period. I don't know. Why is it so tough for me to get this to load? What is it now? There shouldn't even be an error. Because it's still set to null. Why does that no auctions found show up? It must be because the first subscribe doesn't have anything in it. Hmm. Let's see what happens. So it's always an array of nothing to begin with. Okay, I'll just do it. I'll just do a timeout. If just wish it didn't come back as an empty array. That's literally all it is. This is such a bad way to do it. Doesn't even work. Ah. Are you kidding me? What am I doing wrong here? It's always because it triggers twice. I don't get why it triggers twice. This is really irritating. Oh my god. It's still just not working. It's like if I set this to null, each only arrays iterates over array-like object. I'm not trying to iterate over it. Okay, now what if I go back, go into here? No, it's still going to be the same stupid issue because it's always returning an empty array. Fuck. Well, I'm just gonna have to live with it then. It's really, really irritating. Because this works fine when it's 0. And this isn't gonna work because it always ends up as yeah, like I can see it flip there for a moment. It's really, really irritating. Fuck. That sucks. So I just won't. And I'll set a timeout after like, I don't know, 8, 10 seconds maybe. Just throttle this down to regular 3G. See how long it takes to load. 1, 2, 2 seconds. Okay. Good regular 2G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 seconds. I don't know what GPRS is, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, I mean, uh, I just don't want to leave it on like a hanging loading auction. I guess that's okay. Because there's nothing there, I suppose. That's probably fine. Okay. All right. That's enough. And I can't continue. I'm so hungry at the moment. that took a lot of time for probably nothing. But Okay. Next time I return, I will be working on the search page, and then I'll start styling the homepage. So, I mean, thanks for watching. If you choose to, and yeah, I mean, this last kind of hour was sort of really